US economy alarm bells as two signs of recession emerges. So what it exactly means, I'm going to explain you in details how this US economy is emerging in recession, and some of the analysts and one of the important guy who really predicted of 2008 recession, and let's see what he has to say and what he is saying. The first thing, Morgan Stanley, they are predicting that US economy will have soft landing. So of course everything will go normal, as even Federal Reserve, look at here. So Fed Chairman Powell, even he reported on 31st July that changes in the labor market were broadly consistent with the normalizing process. So even Fed is expecting the soft landing, but how far they can really lie that Fed is expecting the soft landing and the US economy will be absolutely be okay. So are we heading into the real recession, or is just a fear in the market that we are carrying every single day, and we are trading or investing with the fear in the market, and we don't know yet when the market's gonna collapse? Or because this kind of panic is still installed in the market. If you really see closely, the stocks are not really having a clear direction in the market because of the panic what is running in the market, right? So Morgan Stanley experts, they are saying they're still expecting a soft landing rather than a recession, right? So they are projecting that Fed will cut the interest rate 3 times in 2024. That is September, November, and December. So even if they cut 3 times the interest rate, so let's say in September they come down probably to 0.25 basis points, and November 0.25 basis points, and same in December 0.25 basis points. But if they really go with this pace, do you think everything will be okay? And some are expecting on a little bit aggressive side that Fed will really go 0.5 basis points. So even if they go 3 times in this 2024, that is still aggressive, honestly. So going a little bit aggressive indicates that we are heading into a recession. If you go back to the history, all the time market were really pulled back at the time of COVID, 2008, 1995, 2001, 2016. Whenever this kind of stuff happened, massive market pullback, Federal Reserve came out and they cut down the rate pretty aggressively. So this time around, of course, probably we are expecting the same. The Federal Reserve will come out and they will really cut down the rates. But again, what it really indicates for the stockholders, for like you and me, like a regular investor, and what it really means. Of course, we are not the bankers, we are not hedge funds, we are not institutions. So what it really means. So we have a limited amount of portfolios, might be $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, whatever dollars. We are having a limited amount of portfolio. So of course, some of the guys are holding in leverages, like using margin, that's okay. But when it comes down to these cases, we are heading into recession. The market has to fall at any point. That is really crazy because we might end up losing a lot of money, right? Yes. So talking on this basis, look at this. I'm going to tell you something really important here. So most of the experts, they are thinking they will have a soft landing. But one person that is really telling something opposite, and that is we are going into a recession, and absolutely that is highly possible. So Gary Shilling, the financial analyst who correctly predicted the financial crisis of 2007 to 2009, he said he believes that recession will hit US in coming months. So in this coming months, the US will enter officially into recession. So it's the same man is the same man who predicted 2007 to 2009 recession, and that is Gary Shilling. So just Google his name, and of course you will just get those old stuff. So he is the financial analyst. So, but why can I mean, he can be absolutely right even this time. He was right absolutely in 2007 to 2009. Most people are telling he might not be right. But if he is right, we are entering into recession, because on the other hand, Fed is trying to really cool our minds, cool our thoughts that okay, everything will be okay, everything is getting normalized, and we are just getting okay, and we are buying stocks really heavily, and that's going okay for now. But when the market is really flushing down, we are entering in panic, right? So everywhere you are seeing the videos or news is everywhere that US will collapse, the market will collapse, not the US, the market will collapse. So this is one kind of news you're hearing, and another kind of news you hear, the market crash is on the way, the market crash started, we are entering into recession, or we are already in recession. But Gary Shilling, he says, the financial analyst, that in coming months that we will be entering into recession, and that's bad news actually. So take care of your portfolio. Don't go in some stupid crazy stocks and just get stuck, especially if you're holding with margin. Honestly, that will be it, because you will get burnt out, honestly. So on the top, Gary Shilling added that there are two signs that a recession might be in the cards of Fed. So the first thing, Fed will be cutting rate pretty aggressively in this 3 months, in this 2024, and I mean 3 times, September, November, and December. Those are 3 times they will be cutting down the rates. That is pretty aggressive. And the second is slowing labor market. So when the labor market is slowing down, of course, that was always a sign of a recession back in the time when it happened, 2007 to 2009 happened the same. So kind of happening exactly the same, but on a big scale, this time happening in the big scale, and I think maybe we are entering into recession. So be careful, save your portfolio, save your money. But again, you never know what's happening and what will happen in coming months, because on the other hand, Iran is getting messed up with Israel, right? All this crazy stupid wars are going in Middle East, and Russia with Ukraine and Europe, and the whole world is getting messed up. The whole world is literally on the verge of a World War III. So on this news, on the other hand, the Fed will cut the rates. That is pretty aggressive, and 3 times in 2024, the remaining months, that is September, November, and December. So that will be it, because the things are getting really tensed on the Middle East part, in the European part, and on the other hand, we are facing this kind of stress, tension in US economy. So of course, Fed is trying to really give a hope that everything will be okay. So we are seeing what kind of okay we are getting from that kind of news. But I really don't see something really cool market, or something sorted out market, or balanced market. I don't really see that, because the market is really nasty on a very bad fluctuation. So that kinds of really makes me aware or alert that I'm not really buying stocks really heavily. Plus, what about the housing market? That's another question. Anyways, I don't want to make the video really long. I'm just explaining you that US market, US economy is entering into recession because of these two signs. The Fed will cut the rates pretty aggressively, plus slowing labor market. And guys, let me know in the comment below where the US market is heading, US economy is heading, and take care of your portfolios, take care of your positions. Just don't enter into some stupid stocks that you might just get hit really bad. And of course, if we are entering a recession, the market might react super bad. It might react in a panic, and panic sell-off that will be really, really bad. And of course, happened at the time of COVID. You saw that panic sell-off. Maybe that kind of panic sell-off can happen in this coming months. But you never know. You never know. Can be a slow bleeding too. But again, it's our job to take care of our portfolios, always be aware. So that's why I'm making you aware. You can subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, so you will get always these kind of newses and make yourself aware what's happening in the market actually. So just don't buy some crazy stocks and just get stuck into those kind of stocks and you are just bleeding or just blowing your accounts. This is all something really to save your money, save your house, save your earnings, saving whatever. So thank you so much for watching. Probably see you in the next video with some good news. I hope so, but till then I'm only seeing everything bad in the market. Only Fed is really trying to cool our hearts down, and they're really trying to give us hope that everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. We are hearing this since 2 years, everything will be okay, but nothing is getting okay, honestly. Of course, market it got pumped massively, but also it's getting dropped pretty aggressively. So keep that in mind. Anything can happen at any point. So, and also keep that in mind, the countries are getting tensed with each other all around the world, and that's a big red flag. So thank you so much for watching. Probably see you in the next video, and if you want to join the group, you can join the group, and the link is down in the description below. We trade there, day trade, swing trade, and long term. We research very carefully and buy the stocks, and you can join and make your portfolio bigger. It's not a financial advice, it's only for educational purpose only. So take care.